Okay guys, so how's she going today? So, as you can tell, she's cloudy, she's crappy, she's a bit on the cool side, not too bad though, and it's fucking misting out. Misting pretty good, so hopefully the GoPro can be okay, because I don't have it in its case. And even on a goddamn Sunday, they gotta send trucks in here. Of course, that truck's blocking the road because she's too stupid to figure it out where to park. So yeah. Open this door. Get it open. So I tried cutting the antenna for the CB radio on Big Red there, and of course my wires were definitely not designed for that. So I ended up running down to the farm because my uncle's got a good selection of wire cutters laying around that could probably cut it, and I think he gave me the biggest ones that he had, and it still failed to cut it. So that antenna is a tough antenna to cut. I don't know if they make any heavier gauge cutters to cut antennas or what. And I don't know where you'd buy them from. Maybe the hardware would sell them. I don't know. Yeah, shut that damn truck off. No point of it freaking idling. So yeah. I was also maybe thinking, this is probably not a good idea, but I'm just thinking of it. I don't know if it's a good idea. Maybe to just take the grinder to it and grind it down a little bit, but I don't know if that's actually a good thing, because as you grind through it, you obviously heat up the metal that you're cutting, and that actually probably could damage the antenna. So it's probably not a good idea to use your grinder to grind it. But I mean, that's last ditch effort, but I don't think I'm going to do it. There just has to be some heavier wire cutters out there that can cut that kind of metal. Because I don't have anything, and I guess my uncle doesn't have anything either. I mean, I thought his wire cutters would have done it just fine. But they don't. So I'm going to have to try to find something. I have to try to find some wire cutters that will cut through that. Because I don't really know what else to try. Surprisingly though, I went on top of the dike there after I got the wire cutters. Went out there and I just did a double check again to see what kind of readings I was getting, and I think channel. Again, I don't remember. I have too many things in my mind to remember. I think one of those channels, it was at a 2.5, but it seemed it had went down to about a 2.1. So I mean, it went down a hair bit more, but again, that's probably just maybe because it's cloudy out. I don't know. And again, too, it seems to change when the four-wheeler's running or when it's off. It changes. So how do you properly tune it? I mean, it seems like when it's running, it gets more power than when it's off. How that works, I don't know. So I'm kind of lost there. So I just tune it with it off. For one, I can hear the radio too. Like if I happen to pick someone up on that channel 1 or channel 40, I can hear that. So then I know if it's coming in or not. But to be honest with you, I think when it's cloudy out, it does not work any better. I think it works better when it's clear out, because my radio really sucked ass today at picking up anything. but when it was sunny out, I was picking up truckers. You know, if I'm picking up truckers and I know that my radio's working pretty good, I mean, it'll, you know, it's going out there. It's picking up their signals, so the range has to be good on it. But for me to want to talk through it, it's probably not going to go very far. If I were to try to talk to those truckers all day, they'd probably hear it's a static, you know, because I don't have, for one, it's not properly tuned, and yeah, so kind of lost for words there, really, on what else to do. I mean, I think, yeah, cutting it's probably the only option I got, but I ain't got wire cutters big enough to cut it. I mean, what kind of tool do you need to cut those, you know? Like, holy crap, I didn't think it was really that stiff of antenna, but it has to, I guess it has to be to take those kind of, you know, abuse. Because, you know, it's a whip, and those whips obviously whip around pretty good, especially when you're going through potholes. So, and the other day, I was out in the field, doing my daily rounds, you know, checking on stuff. And I forgot that right in the middle of the field there was a rough spot. So I ended up hitting it pretty fast, and of course the whip antenna started going just, you know, all over the place. So I kind of forgot about it, and then I hit the brakes because I kind of glanced at it, like, holy shit, she's about ready to snap, boys. Like, that's how bad it was bending. I mean, apparently it's supposed to kind of be able to take that kind of abuse, but I don't really want to give it that kind of abuse, especially with it being new. Maybe when it gets wore out, I ain't gonna really care about it too much. But right now it's still new, so but she was really going to town, and it ended up whacking me in the back of the head. So yeah, whip antennas look good, but yeah, they can hurt too, and you get whipped by them. So maybe that's why they call them whips, you know, because they freaking whip your ass, you know, like, holy shit. But I'm not going to change it for anything else. So there was a guy that said that he had better luck with Wilson and Fire Stick. I don't think Wilson made whips like this. I mean, yeah, they make whips, but they're in the magnet mount version. They don't make them in the stud version like mine is. See, mine's directly into a stud. It's not magnet mounted or anything. So yeah, I've yet to see a Wilson antenna like that. I know they make the magnet mount versions of it, which are nice. That's I'm debating if I want to go with one of those for this car or not. But a magnet mount has its ups and downs. I mean, everyone says that if it's a magnet mount, it kind of messes with, you know, I guess with the SWR readings. I guess you don't get max range out of it like you would. Everyone says something different. I mean, it's just your own opinion. You just have to do what you think you like. The only bad thing I mean, apparently from what they say, a magnet mount can hold up to highway speeds. Around here, that's about 75 miles per hour. And then you have to add on the factor of the wind, too. I mean, if the winds are blowing at 25 miles per hour, you know, when you're driving into that, you know, you're probably doing close to 100 miles an hour. I mean, the antenna's probably, you know, getting 100 miles per hour winds on it. But, you know, it probably doesn't really bother it, but I don't know if a Wilson magnet mount would look good on this car. I wanted to get the lip trunk version. That it goes underneath. It's actually still a Wilson. I think it's the Wilson 5. I think it's still a Wilson 5000. I think it's either that or a 1000. But it's the trunk lip version. Lip. So I guess that's a good thing, because it's still a Wilson and it's not a magnet mount, but you know, it still grounds to that anyway. So that's the antenna I wanted to go with. The problem with that is that was a 62 inch whip, And this here is only a 4-foot, so, but that's all I needed for Big Red. I didn't need a 5-foot. 5-foots are a 60-inch. So, in the Wilson, you know, they're 62, so you get like 2 extra inches, which I guess probably can make a big difference. But, and of course with the Health, I'm going with the 102-inch whip probably. So, yeah. But I'm having difficult time right now. It's just to, like, it's taking me months to like get Big Red done. Like, I thought I'd be done with Big Red this month, but I guess I was just one of the unlucky ones, and freaking have to cut the antenna. And I hope when I do cut it, it does change it. If it fucks it up even more, I don't know. It's a risky take, but you know, I mean, it's so stupid because when you go read the reviews on that antenna, there was only one bad review and the rest of them were good. So that guy had to have been doing something wrong. But again, he said that he had trouble tuning it. Well, I'm having trouble tuning it too. But I don't think that Right Channel Radios said anything about having to cut it. They just think they mostly just blamed it on either grounding or the coax. And there ain't nothing wrong with my coax, and there ain't nothing wrong with the way I grounded it. So, it's obviously the antenna. It obviously needs to be snipped, so. But yeah, I just can't cut it. It's just, these wire cutters don't do it. So, I need something heavier. So, I'll have to find something, I guess. I'll have to look on Northern Tool and see if they sell any wire cutters that are heavy duty enough to cut that antenna. So, if they do sell wire cutters, I can ask them questions too, and you know, see what they think about it. You know, if not, I'll have to look in the hardware. I can look on Harbor Freight too. They probably would have some. Or if not, then I'll just have to Google it. There has to be something out there that cuts those antennas. I mean, I don't know how they expect you to cut them with just ordinary wire cutters, because that ain't gonna happen. You know. And I don't think taking a grinder to it would be a good idea, because it would just heat the antenna up, and then you have then the tip of your antenna would just be black. So what do you do? What do you do? You know, it's just like, really. So if you guys have any ideas, or if you guys know of anywhere where I can find some heavy duty wire cutters that can cut that antenna, let me know. I'm gonna probably try to look it around on Google, but I have a hard time with Google, so Google never really finds what I want. I can probably look on eBay too. They probably sell something there, but whatever. So do apologize for the wind here. She's still a little bit of a misty cocksucker out here. I didn't really appreciate this, and I don't know who the fuck did it. But it's not gonna happen. No one, as far as I know, turned down this road. My mother would have seen it anyway. She just said that truck drove right past. So he didn't turn down here. No one else has turned down here. I guess I'll get over here eventually, boys. Excuse me. Someone decided to pick up some markers. I don't know where they found them. They found some markers or whatever. Yeah, they're over there now. But they were in my yard. They're right in here somewhere. I don't remember exactly where now, but they're in here. Actually, I guess I think there should have been a marker right here, actually, so that's probably why. And there should have been one there. So they picked them up. Whoever picked them up and threw them on my side of the yard. So here's another rod that they missed, because they're too fucking blind to look for anything. So, the freaking wind, boys, the wind. Some winds now. But yeah, you're not gonna. I don't care who the hell you are. You're not gonna lay markers in my fucking yard because I said so. And I don't know why this was laying on the other side. Maybe the wind had something to do with it, but that one's still turned the way I left it. I turned them a little bit because that was stupid. That just wasn't gonna. That just wasn't gonna work. So, but yeah, you don't lay shit in my fucking yard. I don't care if it's, I ain't mowing yet. I ain't, the real plow ain't gonna be plowing. You can just. Why didn't they just fucking take them? I mean, if they picked them up to do whatever with them, why didn't you just take them? Why did you lay them in my yard? You didn't take these ones out. You didn't put any heavier ones in. You didn't do anything besides piss me off even more. Like, that one's useless because it's broken. The marker's laying there in the ground. Well, it's in the neighbor's yard, so. And whatever. But you're not going to lay shit in my yard. If you're going to put shit in my yard, I'm just going to kick it. And get rid of it. So, I should have just picked them up and threw them in the frickin', take them to the scrap pile, I guess, at the farm there. Get rid of them that way, but, I don't like shit laying in my yard. I got enough crap laying in my yard. I got enough garbage laying in my yard that I gotta pick up. Something white laying right there. I'm not sure what the hell that is. So, I got shit laying everywhere, and I don't want more crap in my fucking yard. There was no point to it because you weren't gonna do anything with them anyway. So, you didn't bother to put them back in the ground. You didn't bother to take them. So, just take them. Take them and get rid of them. Don't just pick them up and throw them in my yard because you think you can. No, you ain't doing that. How would you like if I came over to your yard and picked up shit and threw it into your yard? Yeah, I don't think you would like it too much. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you look into the shop, the mist falling. If you can see the mist falling, it's actually going sideways. It's going this way. So if you look into the shop, maybe look at the car's bumper or something there, maybe you can see it kind of falling. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I sure can. So, but the camera's getting all wet too. I think it's just a light mist and not a heavy rain or something. So, yeah, I just had to call it quits too with the CB because for one, I couldn't cut it. And two, the misting started getting heavier and my CB was actually starting to get wet. So, I figured as long as it's not a rain, it's fine, but I don't want it getting rained on. So I figured, well, if it does rain, I don't want to be out in the on the road getting wet. So I just said, fuck it, turn around, head back home. There was a 40% chance of rain today. So I think it might have rained a little bit this morning, just lightly. And of course it's misting again now, so probably be misting for a little while. But yeah, so I don't know. There's not much else I can do. It's already 2 o'clock. Not much more I can do now until I find some heavier metal cutters or wire cutters, whatever it takes to cut them. Cut that antenna. And yeah, that's basically all I can do. So, whatever, frig it. Figure I'd just tell you guys that little bit of a story. And, because that's all I got. That's all I tried to do today. So, I don't think I'm going to get the CB done for another, geez, who the fuck knows? Like, I want to start working on the house and stuff, but I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to probably have to spend good money on getting a pair of cutters. Some heavy duty ones. I'm sure they're going to cost a good penny. And, I don't know. But at least I'll have everything then for the next setup, for the house, for the CB on the house. Because if that needs to be cut, then at least I'll have the cutters. I already got the tuner. I got some grounding wire. It's probably not going to be enough though. It's only probably like 40, 49 feet. You know, I probably took a good foot off already, probably 48 by now. I don't know. So probably not enough there to run from the top of the antenna, you know, on the house to wherever in the basement, or to whatever I got to ground it to, right? So yeah, probably not gonna be enough, so I probably have to end up ordering more. But I probably will end up putting the CB house on hold. I think I gotta start investing some fence posts and stuff, and yeah, just have to put it on hold, I guess, until I can find some other shit. And yeah, this is the way she's gonna have to go, boys. For now, anyway. So, anyways, guys, I guess I'll probably take off. Nothing else to really do or to talk about. Just want to tell you guys that little bit, that probably gonna have to wait a while. I'm sick and tired of having that SWR meter hooked up. It's still hooked up. You know, I'm not gonna disconnect it because, you know, there's no point, because I'm not done with it. But I'm waiting, and come to find out, I gotta cut metal wire off. Well, I don't have enough. My wire cutters are not strong enough, and neither are my uncle's. So I'm gonna have to try to order. I guess, a heavy duty pair. And I guess cut them if that'll work. If you guys find any, let me know. I'll probably try to look too, but I doubt that I'll be able to find anything. But I'm sure I probably can. If not, well, I'll probably just have to take the grinder to it. That's the last effort there to try to, you know, do whatever. I'll just have to maybe try to cut it slow enough so maybe the antenna won't heat up, and I'll use I got cutting discs, so maybe the antenna won't get as hot then. I don't know. That's if I can't find any pairs of pliers that will cut it. There should be something out there. So, but that's an awful, I guess, heavy gauge antenna or whatever. It's freaking harder. It's like trying to. It's like, I don't know. You can't cut it, you know. So it's like trying to break concrete with your finger, you know. Good luck trying to do that, you know. So that's basically what that is there. So yeah. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care easy.
Thank